Hey guys, this is Jason from God is Good Ministries. I just want to share a video with you right quick. Just throw this up. I had talked to Prophet Earl. He's a friend on Facebook, so he threw up a video that really ministered to me as a preacher. I went the wrong way many times, and I always knew what I needed, but didn't do it because I did it my way. But anyways, just listen to him. If you're a young preacher and getting started in the ministry and want God to open up doors for you, just listen to this. This will bless you. And this is a co-pastor from God is Good Prophetic Ministries. Just listen to Prophet Earl.
And I want to talk about the importance of having a leader, the importance of having a pastor. It's very important, young preachers, on your adventure of preaching the gospel, that you have a covering. You have a pastor. Why? Because you need someone as a young preacher to cover you, to train you, to teach you, to mature you in the place that you are. Never step out in ministry too fast, because many times as young preachers, we're quick. We want to move fast. We want to move to the next level quick. Let me tell you something. Learn how to move slow. Let God take you to where he has to take you. But God is not going to take you nowhere until you're properly taught, until you're properly matured in the gospel. Because many times, let me tell you something, if you go out here, there's many wolves in sheep clothing, and they will eat you up. That's why it's good to have a pastor that you're accountable for, someone to look after your soul. Because let me tell you something, if you run around here from church to church and from leader to leader, you pick up spirits. You don't have nobody really covering you. And let me tell you something, don't get mad at a pastor and leave because they correct you. Don't get mad at a pastor and leave because they want to teach you. Sit and be taught. Sit and be trained. One of the mistakes I made in ministry, being a young preacher that has been preaching now for over 10 years, let me tell you something. One of the mistakes I made as a young preacher was moving too quick. And one thing I learned to do as time, I learned to slow down. I learned to let God be God. I learned to let go and let God. I learned to be taught. I learned to sit down to understand that it was not about me, but it was about God. And I allowed men and women of God. And let me tell you something, I am still a student. I'm still learning. See, but let me tell you something, you have to be teachable, young preachers. Never get to the point in ministry where you feel that you're unteachable or you feel that you have arrived, because some of the greatest preachers we have teachers. So understand it's important to be accountable. Your pastor should never have to hear about you preaching anywhere. They should know. It should be approved through your pastor, because you never know what you're going up against. And if you're not ready and if you're not trained, you may be faced with something that may beat you down because you're not trained. Because let me tell you something, there are real demons out there. There are real people that are operating in witchcraft and that are operating in different things. And you have to know, you have to be trained, you have to be skilled and built for that. So I urge you, young preachers, to have accountability. Be accountable to somebody. Be faithful to your church. See what you can do to help your church. And let me tell you something, if you stay faithful and have a covering, I am a living witness that favor will follow you. Doors will open up for you. When I got lined up with God and I stopped doing it Earl way, and I started doing God's way, that's when God started using me effectively, and he started doing what he had to do in my life. So young preachers, I urge you, hear me today. Sit down, be taught, be trained, know what you need to have, because you don't want to jump out. And let me tell you something, a swimmer If you can't swim, don't jump into the deep end, because I'm a living witness. You will drown. Take it from somebody that have been to that place before. You will drown, and not many people make it back. But by God's grace and mercy, I made it back. So I can encourage you and talk to you that are watching this video today. Share with another young preacher. Let's share with each other, because solely this video is not about me. It's about God. It's about empowering you to understand the importance of having a leader, the importance of having a covering, somebody looking after your soul. You need a covering, sister. You need a covering, brother. Trust me, you need it. And I'm telling you something. Don't go on the battle line untrained. Go with your training. You have all the time to go forward. If God is calling you to the nation, let me tell you something. He's going to get you right locally first. So I want you to know, be faithful to your church, be accountable to your pastor. Let your pastor know where you're going. Don't follow other leaders. Follow your pastor. Because many times as young preachers, we can be faithful to other leaders, but we're not faithful to our leader. Faithfulness starts at home. Charity starts at home. So you have to stay close. Stay close to your leader. Learn so you can be skilled, so you can move effectively in ministry, and so you can be who God has called you to be. May the Lord bless and keep you is my prayer, man. And I hope this video encouraged you to know, don't make the same mistakes I made of jumping out into things that I didn't have no business into jumping out into. And I'm urging you today to use this as a tool video to know, okay, if you don't have a covering, pray and ask God to send you under a covering, because you need a covering. Again, you need a covering. Somebody worried about your soul. You need that, because that is the only thing that's going to keep you on this journey. I love you all. God bless you, young preachers. And truly, you ain't seen nothing yet. The best is yet to come. Be encouraged. Don't give up. Don't allow people to stop you. Don't allow people to block you. Let me tell you something. Follow God. Follow your leader. As your leader, follow Christ. And truly, you will be effective in ministry. I love you all. God bless.